Okay, dear friends, good evening to everyone. Let us come back. The question number 3, the question number 4, and the question number 5. If anyone like to answer, please go ahead. Then I'm asking you another question. I hope all of you know addition and subtraction. So I'm asking a question, add 5 pens and 6 pencils. Any answer you want to give? Question number 6. Any answer you want to give? Now, Gaurav Kumar, I will give you the answer, but why don't you try first? Did you try? If you try, what is the answer? Which question answer will you like to give? Because there is a standard deviation in question number 3, question number 4, and question number 5. So which question will you like to answer? It is wrong. Sapna, it is wrong. It is wrong. All your answers are wrong. So keep on thinking about it. And I'm giving you still time. You can go to Google. You can talk to your teachers. You can talk to your friends. You can see any book you like, so that you start understanding that such questions your teachers might not have asked, and you will not get the answer very easily. So therefore, just think about it and we proceed further. Now, yesterday, I gave the titles, and I have given you title for qualitative research. I have given you title for quantitative research. Under qualitative research, I have given you title of the philosophical research, historical research, and case study. And for quantitative, I have given you for correlation and experimental. So if you want to ask any question related to that, please ask. Otherwise, I'm taking one title and then I will tell you how to write objectives. So any question you want. Okay, then now today I will tell you how to write objectives. So objective writing, that is what is my today's topic. Yes, some of you are giving the answers and I'm not saying yes or no, but so that other participant can keep on thinking. Now let me give you objective. I'm now giving you first the title. Suppose I have a title like this. A study of social problems of teacher of public schools, teachers of public schools of Jaipur. Suppose this is my title, and here the variable is social problems, and you will get the qualitative data. And therefore, let us write the objective for this. Now I am writing the objective, and tell me which objective is all right. To find out social problems of male and female teachers. Another, you have to tell me which one is all right. To examine social problems to investigate to evaluate to compare. Now, can you tell me out of these five, which objective wording is appropriate? Okay, my dear friend, number one is to find out this wording is not appropriate. Why? Because in research, you cannot find out anything. Find out means as you have lost something and you are finding out. In research, this word is not correct. And large number of PhD theses uploaded in the Shodh Ganga, they have the objective in which they have written to find out. So this is wrong. To examine, this is wrong. Because you can't examine. You are not a CID or you are not income tax people who will examine. You are not a doctor who will examine. Investigate. You are not a CID person to investigate. This is wrong. You cannot evaluate. So therefore, neither first nor second nor third nor first. This is the only one which is the appropriate wording. Another objective, you can write something like this. Say another objective to compare social problems of urban and rural teachers. You can also have to compare social problems of unmarried and married teachers. You may also have to compare social problems of arts, science, and commerce teachers. You can also have to compare the social problem of male and female teachers working in urban area. Another can be that to compare working in rural area. Another can be to compare social problems of male and female teachers belonging to joint family. Another can be belonging to nuclear family. So I can write as many objective as you want when my title is only this. Important is in each and every objective, you must mention the variable social problems. Rest other characteristics, it depends upon you whatever you want, whether you want their gender or you want whatever it is. So this is how you should try to write the objectives. Is it clear to you, or you want me to take another example where you have the qualitative data? No, you cannot write investigate. Not at all. You cannot write find out. No, you cannot write Divya. Now, if you do not want me to take another example, then I can take. No, you cannot write identify. You can say too steady, but identify means that it is something lost. You can't identify. The word identify or identification is not good, is not appropriate. Devya, in marketing, let me give you in my objective of the marketing. Which variable you want? Devya, which variable do you want in marketing? Vinaya, do not worry. I will tell you how will it proceed. You can find out the common problems between the social problems of male and female. There will be some common problems. You can compare their problems, and there might be some uncommon problems, so that you can write by comparing. Divya, give me one variable. Okay, you want healthcare. Okay, say suppose my title is a study of problems in healthcare, a study of problems in healthcare. You want to say industry, or you want to say what? Agency. If sustainability in the healthcare sector, will you get the data of the sustainability, the qualitative or quantitative? Because healthcare sector is your population. And when you say sustainability, so no, it can be even quantitative also. Sustainability, if in terms of money, if you have to see whether you are able to sustain or not, you can talk of the profit. You can talk of the yearly earning. So it all depends how do you talk about the sustainability. So therefore, no, it's not like this. So you have to beforehand decide, is it sustainability means profit, or sustainability means investment? What do you want? And healthcare will be your sector. It is not a variable. Okay, a study of profitability in healthcare sectors of Jaipur. Now, here, from here to here, this becomes your population, and profitability becomes your variable. Okay, and now it all depends upon the objectives. You can have objectives something like this: to compare mean profitability, in which health sector you want. Is it normal, or is it cancer, or is it what? Or is it physio? It is what? Because the healthcare is very complex. So which one do you want? Normal means what? So to compare profitability in government and private to compare mean profitability in government and private health centers. Then you can take the other aspect, whatever you want. Even to compare mean profitability in entire one city, entire one, entire two city. To compare mean profitability in tier 1 and tier 2 cities of health centers. So like this, it all depends upon what exactly you want. So you can keep on writing, absolutely no problem. You can say hospitals, no problem. Here you want hospitals, you can write hospitals. So you can write tier hospitals. So like this, you can write as many objective as you like. But this is not qualitative, this is quantitative. Please say this is profit. Profitability means profit. If you want to write profit, a study of profit in, you can say profit. Profit means earning. Say if these hospitals do not earn, they cannot survive. So therefore, you have to think of the variable. The problem with you is you are not, Divya, you are not able to understand variable. And that is why you cannot think of. If you are not earning, you cannot sustain. Can you run a hospital in loss? Divya, can you run a hospital in loss? That's all. If you cannot run in the loss, then how will you sustain? No, Gaurav, I do not subscribe to the inverted comma. But if your guide insists on inverted comma, you can write inverted comma. Inverted comma is something like a cosmetic. But because when you say inverted comma, whether it is right or wrong, I cannot say, because there is nothing like I don't know, Divya, that you have to find out from your own subject experts. I'm not a subject, I'm an expert of research methodology, not your subject expert. I don't know what is this SDG. I don't understand this abbreviation. Anyway, Divya, I think I have answered many of your questions. Let me proceed further. Otherwise, it will be wastage of time for the other participants. Okay, now, dear friends, let me take the variable for which I have the quantitative data. Now, if I have quantitative data, then I can analyze with the help of if I have the quantitative data, I can only do two things. I can do two things. Either I can compare or I can study the relationship. I cannot do the third thing. And comparison it is research methodology and applied statistics. And it is by D.N. Sansanwar, and publisher is Shipra Publisher. It is 2020. And you can get it from Amazon or Flipkart. It all depends upon you. Rajak, let me proceed further. And if your question is not answered, then you can ask me. Okay. So if you have the quantitative data, then either you can compare or you can study the relationship. There cannot be the third thing that you can do. So that is the most important. Either you can compare or you can study the relationship. Now, if you compare, then you know the central tendency. And the central tendencies are mean, then median, and mode. I hope you know it. That what is the meaning of mode? Mode means maximum occurrence. Now, during raining season on the road, you will find majority of the people either having the raincoat, wearing the raincoat, or having the umbrella. So that is the mode. Now, you know, if you are having a shop and you want to sell the tea leaves, now, how will you decide which type of tea leaves should you keep more in your shop? I'm sure you will be using the mode. You will keep that quality of tea leaves in your shop, which is more in demand. Now, whenever you invite someone for lunch or dinner, which vegetable the lady will be cooking? She will cook that vegetable which is liked by majority of the people. So therefore, when you talk of majority, then you are using the word mode. If I say, if suppose you have something like this, 5, 8, 3, 9, 8. Now, if this is the data, then you know that the mode, what is mode here? Can any one of you tell what is the mode here in this particular data? It is 8, that's correct. So when you say that mode is equal to 8, then did you use 5 in its calculation? Did you use 3 in the calculation? Did you use 9 in the calculation? The answer is no. So when you calculate mode, the complete collected data are not used. I hope you have understood it. Now, if I ask you what is the median? So when you collect mode, the entire collected data are not used while calculating mode. This is the point which you should understand. Now, if I say median, then for the median, you have to arrange it in one particular sequence. Say you say 3, then you say 5, then you say 8, then you say 8, and then you say 9. And then you say middle. This is the middle. So 8 is the correct answer here. So median is equal to 8. Now, in this also, you did not use the complete data. So therefore, whenever you want to compare, you can never compare on the basis of mode or in the basis of median. But if you want to compare, you have to now, if you calculate mean. Now, what is mean? That mean is equal to 5 plus 8 plus 3 plus 9 and plus 8. And then you have to divide by 5. Now, when you are computing mean, then you are using the entire collected data. Now see, you know bicycle, where is the pedal? Pedal is in between, in the median. If there is a front wheel, where is the axle? It is in the middle. If you see your black spot, where is the black spot in the eye? It is in the middle. you see your nose is between these two, so it is the median. When the ladies, they put bindi, they put here in the center, that is the median. So that means you are using median in your daily life. Now, if you cut me from here, there will be two parts of my body, and this is the center part. So 2 will be the equivalent part, you will get it. Now you know your Nabhi, you can balance yourself on your Nabhi, so that is the center. So there are thousands of examples of the center. Okay? And the moment you say center, that means it is median. I normally jokingly say that my body is made up of median. And if I say further that if we believe that this body is structured by God, that means God knows statistics. Because if he doesn't know statistics, then he can't use it. So then I normally say that God is educated. But this is just by the way. So therefore, whenever you compare, you will always compare on the basis of mean, because you will be using the entire collected data. So large number of statistical techniques have been developed, and these statistical techniques are to compare the means. One of the statistical technique is called t-test. Another name is independent samples t-test. Another is correlated t-test. Another is one-way ANOVA. Another is two-way ANOVA. Another is three-way ANOVA. Another is one-way ANCOVA. Another is two-way ANCOVA. Another is three-way ANCOVA. Another is trend analysis. Like this, there are many statistical techniques, and these statistical techniques will help you only and only if you have the quantitative data. If you have qualitative data, then you can use provided you are able to convert the qualitative data into quantitative. If you do not, or you cannot, then you cannot use the statistical technique, then you have to analyze with the help of the another one, and I will tell you the name of the techniques which you will be using. Now, relationship is a general word, and there are two technical words. Can you tell me what are the two technical words which I can use in place of relationship? No, my dear friend. Yes, Pramod, your answer is correct. Only Pramod answer is correct. All other answers are not correct. See, there are two technical words. One is called correlation and another is called association. See, if you look at my color of the hair, you find that my hair is gray. If you look at the gray hair, then what do you think? Looking at my gray hair, what do you think? So gray hair means you might be thinking he's old. Now these days, there are people, very young people, around 30 years, 35 years, they also have the gray hair. So here, the gray hair in India, we have associated with the age. Otherwise, I have seen many people, they are 80 years, 90 years age and do not have the gray hair at all. They have the complete black hair. So having gray hair or not having gray hair has nothing to do with your age. It is association. Now, you know, if you see any lady who has put on the Mangal Sutra, then looking at that, you feel that she is married. But there might be another lady who is married, but she is not wearing the Mangal Sutra. So that means wearing Mangal Sutra or not wearing Mangal Sutra cannot indicate whether the lady is married or lady is not married. Though you have put on the Mangal Sutra, you can say, yes, she is married. But the one who has not put on, you cannot say whether she is married or not. So this is association. Now, if some of the ladies, they put sindoor here, and the lady putting the sindoor means she is married. But lady not putting the sindoor doesn't mean that she is not married. So all these are examples of association. For our understanding purpose, for social, purpose, that we have associated these things. The correlation means the commonness. Whenever a family wants their son and the daughter to marry, then they will take the Janam Patre of boy and the girl to the Pandit. What Pandit will do? Pandit will try to find out the common characteristics. The more common the characteristics between the male and the female, the better will be the couple. So that means the marriage will be successful. And normally people say that more characteristics should match. So the Pandit is not doing anything. He is using the concept of correlation. And correlation indicates the commonness. More when I come to the statistical technique, I will talk about it. So therefore, looking to this, there are many statistical techniques like product movement correlation. Then another is biserial correlation. Another is point biserial correlation. Another is multiple correlation. Another is partial correlation. Another is regression. Another is factor analysis. Another is canonical correlation. Like this, there are large number of statistical techniques which are based on the relationship. Now let me take one title and let me start writing the objective and where I will be comparing the means. So let me have one. So I am having a title like this. A study of job satisfaction of teachers of private colleges of Noida, UP. Suppose I have this as my title, I can write my objective like this. I'm writing and then you tell me which one is all right. To compare job satisfaction of urban and rural teachers. Another I'm now writing to compare mean job satisfaction. Another is to compare mean scores of job satisfaction. Another I'm writing number 4 to compare okay, that's right. The number 1 I have written it the same here, no problem. Now, out of these 3, do you think the first one is all right, the second one is all right, the third one is all right? Which one is okay? My dear friend, majority of the participants are not responding. If you do not respond, then you do not know whether you are understanding or not. So I will request all participants, please respond. Now, you are right. The first, second, they are not the correct one. The correct one is the third one. And if this is the wording of your objective, then you know which statistical technique can you use to analyze the data, which statistical technique will you use. Yes, if this is the wording of the objective, then you use t-test, or you can say independent samples t-test. So if the wording of the objective is pinpointed, then you need not to ask anyone about the statistical technique to be used to analyze the data. But if I have something like this, if I say, to compare mean scores of job satisfaction of arts, science, and commerce teachers. If this is my objective, can any one of you tell me which statistical technique to use? Which statistical technique to use? Divya, it is wrong. Vinay, it is wrong. Pramod, it is wrong. Now here, I have the 3 independent groups. And if I have the 3 independent groups, then I cannot use t-test. Because t-test can be used only if you have 2 independent groups. Now here I have the 3 independent groups. So here it will be one-way ANOVA. So this is what I have, and then followed by either t-test or post-hoc test, provided your F value is significant, which I will be talking when I take the parametric statistics workshop, then online, then you can understand it. If I have, no, it is not 3-way Vinay. No, this is wrong. If I write something like this to, now here, why I wrote one-way? Because there is one variable and the variable is subject. And it has got 3 levels: arts, science, and commerce. So because it is one discontinuous variable having 2 or more levels, that is why it is called one-way ANOVA. Now I am writing another one. If I write like this, to study the influence of gender, subject, and their interaction on job satisfaction of teachers. Now, can you tell me, if this is the one, then which statistical technique to use? if this is my wording of the objective, then which statistical technique to use? Yes, Chauhan, you are correct. No, Poonam, it is wrong. No, it is wrong. Now here I have got two discontinuous variable. Gender is one discontinuous variable and subject is another discontinuous variable. Now, when I have one discontinuous variable, then it was called one-way ANOVA. And here I have two discontinuous variables, so it will be called two-way ANOVA. There is another way, another name, that gender has got 2 levels and subject has got 3 levels. So it will be called 2 by 3 factorial design ANOVA. Now, if you do not want to write 1, in fact, in number 3, you do not have one objective, but in this you have something like this. That if you want, you can write like this: 3A is to study the influence of gender on job satisfaction of teachers. Then 3B will be to study the influence of subject, and the 3C will be, because you will get the answer of all the 3 in one analysis only. So you cannot write 3, 4, and 5. You have to write 3A, 3B, and 3C to study the influence of interaction between gender and subjects on job satisfaction of teachers. So if you want to write one objective, you can write 1. If you want to write 3, you can write 3. If you want to use the word mean, then you can write something like this. 3A will be to compare mean scores of job satisfaction of male and female teachers. Another will be (3B) will be to compare mean scores of job satisfaction of arts, science, and commerce teachers. And the third one will be something like this: to compare mean scores of job satisfaction of male and female teachers belonging to arts, science, and commerce subjects or commerce discipline. So it is up to you. If you want to write just 1, you can write 1 like this. But if you want to write 3 and you want to use the word influence, then you can write like this. If you want to use the word mean, then you have to write like this. And the statistical technique will be the same. Either you can say 2-way ANOVA, or you can say 2/3 factorial design ANOVA. But 2/3 factorial design ANOVA is very specific. It means the first variable will have 2 levels, and my first variable is gender. My second variable is subject. It has 3 levels. But if I write 2-way ANOVA, it does not talk about the levels. It only talks about that there will be 2 discontinuous variables. That's all. So this is how you can write one title, and you can keep on writing as many objectives as you want. And this is what I have taken the survey research. Now, do you want that I should take experimental research and tell you how to write the objective? Or do you want I should take philosophical research or historical research? Which one do you want? Yes, sir, I do not understand, because I have asked you many things. Okay. I have already written the survey. This particular one is survey, and the earlier one is also survey. This one, the social problems, it is survey. So I have already written the 2 titles along with objectives for the survey research. Now I am writing for the experimental research. And now I am going ahead with the experimental research. So let us write the experimental research. I am taking one. Vinay, just wait, beta. I will give philosophical and historical also. Don't worry. I have seen your answer earlier also. Okay, let me give you philosophical and historical first, or experimental first. Let me give experiment. Now, if I have something like this, a study of effect of online teaching on achievement on physics, achievement, effect of online teaching on achievement in physics of class 11 students of public schools of Kanpur. Suppose this is mine. Now, my dear friend, in experimental design, in experimental research, when you write the objective, you must understand the experimental design. If you do not understand the experimental design, then you will not be able to write the objectives. So the objective must indicate the experimental design which you will be using. So let me tell you the commonly used experimental design in social sciences is non-equivalent control group design. Now, this is the design which is mostly used in the social sciences. In pure sciences, you do not use this design. Anyone from pure sciences amongst the participants? Any participant from pure science? Vinay, are you from pure science? Vinay, which subject do you have? Is it physics, chemistry, biology, geology? Which one do you have? Which science? Is it physics, chemistry, mathematics? Are you MSc physics? Are you MSc physics or MSc mathematics? Oh, general science, no, forget about it. So therefore, you have the non-equivalent control group design. And the layout of this design is like this, that you will be having minimum 2 groups and they will be separated by the dotted line. And the dotted line means non-equivalent. That means the 2 groups which you are taking, they are not equivalent. There are some differences. Initial differences will be there. And in this one, you have to have minimum 2 groups. And you are assessing the before the treatment and you are assessing the before the treatment in both the groups. Then one of the group you are giving the treatment and another group you are not giving any treatment. So when you are not giving any treatment, it is called control group. And the group where you are giving treatment, that will be experimental group. And if your treatment continues for 1 month or 2 months, at the end of 2 months, you are again giving the same test to the students. And here also in the control group, you have to give the same test at the same point of time. So this is your experimental group. And this will be your control group. If you want, you can have 2 experimental group, you can have 3 experimental group, no problem. But you have to have 1 control group. Without that, it is not possible. You take 2 groups. If you want to conduct research on class 11th student, so you can take the students from any school. And these students will be intact because all those students who are admitted in a particular school You have to take them all. And the students admitted in the school are not random. So we call it an intact group. Intact group means as the group is available in the field. So if you are taking two schools, then one school students can be experimental, another school student will be controlled. And here in the title, it is written achievement in physics. So you have to develop the test in achievement in physics, and you administer in both the groups before the starting the experiment. And when you are assessing the achievement in physics before starting the experiment, it is called pre-achievement in physics. Now you give the treatment to any group you like. And the group to which you are giving treatment is called experimental group, and the group to which you are not giving treatment is called control group. So my upper one is the experimental group and lower one is the control group. Now your treatment will continue maybe for 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months, whatever it is. And at the end of the treatment, again you are assessing the same variable achievement in physics by administering the same tool which you used it before the treatment. And that you do in both the groups. And this is called post-achievement in physics. Now, in this particular one, then I can write objective, and you have to be quite careful how I write the objective so you can just see. So I'm writing the objective like this. I can write to compare mean change in achievement in physics of students taught through online method and lecture method. So change is post minus pre. So you can subtract. You have taken my pre and my post. So from my post score, you can subtract my pre score. It will be the change in score. It may be gain, it may be loss, or it may be no change. This is the one way. And if I have this as my objective, then I can use t-test. Now, if I write something like this, to compare, I'm using a word adjusted. To compare adjusted. To compare adjusted mean scores of achievement in physics to compare adjusted mean scores of achievement in physics of students taught through online method and lecture method by taking pre-achievement in physics, by taking pre-achievement in physics of students as covariant. I'll tell you what is a covariant. You might have traveled by bus. If there are too many passengers in the bus and you are sitting with your friend on a seat where two people can sit, sometime do you adjust another person? Do you ask another person? Do you share your seat with another person? And if you share the seat, how you share? Some of you may move on the right hand side, or you may move ahead, or you may move like this. This is called adjustment. Now at home, when you get guests, and if you have many guests at home, then the family members may share one bed. If one family member sleep on the bed alone, he has a larger space to move. But if he has to share, or she has to share the bed with another family member, then the movement is restricted. And this is called that the movement of the person will be adjusted according to with whom the bed is being shared. If it is shared with a small child, then adjustment is not much. If it is with a very fat person, then adjustment may to a large extent. So that is the meaning of adjustment. We say in day-to-day life, we adjust. We adjust with the society, we adjust with the temperature, we adjust with the pollution, we adjust with so many things. So this adjusted is a technical term. And if this is my objective, then I will be using one way ANCOVA. ANCOVA means analysis of covariance. Now, if you like, I can write something like this. Because it is experimental study, so I have to write the word to study the effect of mode of presentation, mode of teaching, gender, and their interaction on achievement in physics, on achievement in physics of students by considering their pre-achievement in physics as covariant. Now, if this is my wording of the objective, then here it will be the two-way ANCOVA. Or I can say that mode of teaching is 2 levels, gender is 2 levels. I can say 2 by 2 factorial design ANCOVA. So this is how I can write the title. Yes, you can have Harsha, you can have intelligence also. Let me write, no problem at all. I can write another one. that to study the effect of mode of teaching, gender, and their interaction on achievement in physics of students by considering their pre-achievement in physics and intelligence as covariates. The technique will still be two-way. If you want, you can have something like this also, no problem. Achievement in physics, intelligence, and study habits as covariate. You can have in ANCOVA minimum one covariate and more you can have. You can have two covariates, you can have three covariates, but in ANCOVA minimum covariate is one. So this is how you can write the title for experimental research, and you can write the objectives. Absolutely no problem. Any question you want to ask? So therefore, you can take as many. If you want more objectives, you can write more, no problem at all. Now, let us take another title. Now, do you want a historical research title or philosophical research? Let me have another title. A study of school curriculum a study of school curriculum during British period in India. Then my objective can be to study the subjects taught in government, to study the subjects taught in government schools then if you want two schools, government and private, then you can write, or you can say like this, to compare the subjects taught in government schools and private schools. Another can be to compare methods of teaching in English and Hindi medium schools. Or you can say to compare the methods of teaching in government schools and private schools. Another can be, you can have as many as you like, it all depends upon you. To compare extracurricular activities of government schools and private schools. If you want more, you can write. To compare methods of teaching in rural and urban schools. Or you can say to compare methods of teaching in government schools situated in rural area and urban area. That also you can say, no problem at all. So to compare the methods of teaching in government schools situated in urban and rural areas. So like this, if you want to write, you can write as many objectives as you like. Only the thing is this, you must understand that what are the various aspects that you want to consider. And let me tell you, in one research, you cannot consider all aspects. It's not possible. So I hope you have understood it. So now I have given you enough example as how to write title and how to write objectives. So I expect you, please start selecting the variable and use that variable to write the title, and then you write the objectives also. Okay, all right. Now, tomorrow I'm going to take hypothesis. So I will be talking about the second step, and second step is formulation of hypothesis. So please read about the hypothesis before attending the webinar. And if you have a question, you can ask me the question. Any question you want to ask before I say bye-bye to you? You cannot, Rawat, analyzing. You cannot use the word analyzing. You cannot use the word find out. You cannot use the word investigate. You cannot use. Analyzing refers to the process of data analysis. It should not be. That is why the thesis uploaded in Shodh Ganga, maximum 95, 96, 97% of the researches are substandard. Their titles are wrong. Their objectives are wrong. Their everything is wrong. So you cannot write the word analyze, because analyze means analysis is a part of data analysis. How can it be the part of the, it can be used in the title? You can't use it. It's wrong. No, my dear Bahadur, if you have only gender, then it is not two-way ANOVA. Your variable is one. That two-way ANOVA means there must be two discontinuous variables. If you have only gender, then it is only one discontinuous variable, and then it is not two-way ANOVA. Bahadur, you see this. Bahadur, you are not understanding, my dear friend, at all. Please see this particular one. To study the influence of gender subject. The gender has got two levels, that is why I have written 2, and subject has got 3 levels, that is why I have written 3. This is called two-way ANOVA. If you have only one variable, then it is a one-way ANOVA. It is here. Subject is only one, and it has the 3 levels. So it is called one-way ANOVA. One discontinuous variable means one-way ANOVA. If you have 2 discontinuous in a type in the objective, then it is two-way ANOVA. If you have 3 discontinuous variable, it is called three-way ANOVA. So, okay, thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Keep learning and keep on asking questions. No problem at all. So see you tomorrow.